Many people mistake ease for happiness, and they confuse immediate gratification with long-term fulfillment. Let us be clear, comfort is not just the opposite of growth. It is the actual assassin of your potential. If you wake up every single day feeling settled, feeling relaxed, feeling like everything is under control, then I submit to you that your vision is simply too small. You are not chasing anything phenomenal. The phenomenal resides on the other side of the panic, past the boundary of the familiar, in a territory that actively fights back. Greatness never sends a gilded invitation. It sends a challenge that makes you question your very sanity. It demands that you willingly choose the difficult road, not because it is noble, but because it is the only road that leads to a destination worth claiming. This understanding is the first key to unlocking true success. The problem with being comfortable is that it is a trap. It is a slow, methodical decay disguised as peace. It is the place where mediocrity sets up permanent residence. If you want to build something that lasts, something that outlives your time on this earth, a true legacy, you must intentionally seek out the friction. You must desire the grind. You must understand that the weight you are lifting, the difficulty you are enduring, is not punishment. It is the curriculum. It is the necessary forge where ordinary ambition is hammered into extraordinary achievement. This process of struggle is what separates the casual wishers from the dedicated builders. The difference between those who talk about success and those who actually earn it is the willingness to be consistently, unyieldingly uneasy. The pressure is not a sign of failure. The pressure is the proof of a life in motion. Think about the moment you feel the burn in your muscles or the confusion in your mind when tackling a new concept. That momentary pain, that frustration is not a sign that you should quit. It is a biological or intellectual signal confirming that change is happening. You are expanding. You are growing. You are not simply maintaining. You are pushing the boundary of what you thought was possible for yourself. You see, the struggle is not the barrier. The struggle is the way. The difficulties are not interrupting your legacy. They are actively becoming the story of your legacy. Without the high stakes risk, without the moments you wanted to throw in the towel, the victory is cheap and the resulting wisdom is shallow. Nobody is inspired by a smooth journey. They are inspired by the one who took the hardest punch and kept moving forward, demonstrating unparalleled tenacity. Therefore, you must redefine your relationship with discomfort. Stop viewing it as an enemy to be avoided and start seeing it as an essential tool, a non-negotiable investment. Every time you choose the harder path, the path of early mornings, late nights, difficult conversations, and rigorous self-discipline, you are not just working, you are depositing value into your future and the future of your family. You are constructing a foundation so sturdy that the storms of life will hit it, but they will never break it. That uneasiness you feel, that is the sound of your legacy being hammered into existence. It is the sound of a generational curse breaking. It is the sound of success. So embrace the fire, welcome the discomfort, and get to work. Don't seek comfort, seek conquest. There is a major disconnect in the world today. Everybody wants the podium. Everybody wants the plaque. Everybody wants the applause, but nobody wants the process. You got to understand something profound about life, the adversity, the pressure, the resistance you are facing. It is not an accident. It is not designed to destroy you. It is a divine, calculated instrument put in your path for one reason and one reason only, to identify you. It is a test to reveal who you are when the lights are off, when the cameras stop rolling, and when the motivation, the enthusiasm that brought you into this game finally fades. That is the moment of truth. That's where your real identity is forged. The world knows you by your circumstances, but your legacy will know you by your character. You can put on a smile, you can wear the right clothes, you can quote the inspirational books, but when the debt collectors are calling, when your product fails, when your marriage is on the line, and you're standing alone at 4:30 in the morning, what do? That moment, that lonely, ugly moment of truth is the blueprint for your identity. It is easy to be dedicated when everything is going your way. It is easy to be disciplined when you've got momentum. But what about when the resistance comes? What about when the enemy of your success shows up and starts knocking on your door, demanding that you pay the price for this massive vision you told everybody you had? The struggle doesn't just happen to you. The struggle happens for you. It's weeding out the weak, the pretenders, and the ones who were only looking for a shortcut. You got to get mad about the average life. You've got to get sick and tired of the excuses. The pressure is not there to break the ambitious. It is there to solidify the chosen. Look at the gold. Look at the iron. It doesn't get purified sitting comfortably on a shelf. It has to go through the fire. It has to get hammered. It has to feel the intense heat of the forge. And only then does it come out stronger, resilient, and ready to be used for something significant. That fire is your struggle. Stop praying for the struggle to end and start praying for the strength to endure it, to learn from it, and to dominate it. Because the depth of your struggle will always determine the height of your success. The deeper the foundation, the higher you can build that skyscraper of a legacy. This whole journey is about showing yourself what you are made of. You owe yourself an explanation for where you are and for where you are going. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the executive director and the screenwriter of your own life. You have the ability right now to look at every single piece of resistance, every insult, every failure, every financial setback. This is not stopping me. This is fueling me. You must become relentless. You must become obsessed. When the motivation is gone, that identity, that character you forged in the dark is the only thing that will keep you on the track. You will not outwork me. You will not outstudy me. You will not out-sacrifice me. The struggle is not a burden. It is your badge of honor. Wear it with pride because it tells the world that you are not just capable of success. You are identified by it and you've paid the full price. Now go earn that legacy. I'm here to tell you to stop playing the short game. Stop focusing on acquisition. When you wake up every single morning, is your mind fixed on what you can get? What property you can buy, what title you can acquire, what object you can momentarily hold. If that is your focus, then you are playing small and your vision is tragically limited. Acquisition is temporary. Acquisition is selfish. You can stack all the paper you want, but the moment you take your last breath, that acquisition belongs to someone else. It's a fleeting moment of success and it dies with you. But legacy is permanence. Legacy is what remains when the smoke clears, when the body is gone, and when your name becomes a whisper of inspiration across decades. You are not meant to be a consumer of life. You are designed to be a producer of destiny. The struggle you are currently enduring is not about your personal comfort. It is about securing the freedom of the next generation. Legacy is a build, and every single brick you lay requires sacrifice. You are the architect of your family's future, and an architect doesn't complain about the hardness of the concrete. They only focus on the stability of the foundation. They are laying the groundwork for a structure so massive, so strong, that the people who live in it 50 years from now will never even feel the storms. Your job is not to give your children a handout. Your job is to give them a head start. The difference is everything. A handout is acquisition. A head start is legacy. It is the ability to look back at the poverty, the pain, and the excuses that defined your past and say, that cycle ends with me. You become the anomaly. You become the pivot point. That means you have to change your frame of reference entirely. You cannot be focused on the 9 to 5 mentality. You must adopt the generational mentality. Who are you creating a platform for? The child who has your name. The grandchild who will never know the hunger you felt. That commitment is what pulls you out of bed when you are tired. That commitment is what makes you say no to instant pleasure and yes to painful, long-term discipline. Your legacy isn't the pile of gold you leave behind. It's the mindset you install, the opportunity you engineer, and the pathway you clear. You must build a metaphorical state so grand that your descendants don't have to waste time scrambling for survival. They can dedicate their lives to significance. This is the ultimate accountability. Are you going to be the generation that breaks the chain of poverty, of inaction, of mediocrity? Are you going to be remembered as the one who finally said, enough is enough? That means trading your time for true impact, not just for a paycheck. It means investing every ounce of your intellect and your energy into something that will outlive your heartbeat. Stop defining success by what you can take and start defining it by what you can create and give away. This is the highest form of service. This is the hardest work you will ever do. But I promise you, when you are building a legacy, you are building forever. And forever is worth the price. Let's talk about the difference between wanting something and needing something. Most of you want success like you want a new pair of shoes. You want it like you want a dessert after dinner. If you get it, great. If you don't, you shrug your shoulders. You go home. You try again tomorrow. That's cute. That's amateur hour. That kind of mild interest will get you mild results. It'll get you the average life, the average debt, and the average unfulfilled legacy. If you want the phenomenal life, you need phenomenal desire. You know the story. There was a young man who sought out the old guru, begging for the secret to success. The guru didn't give him a book. He didn't give him a lecture. He met him down by the ocean and without a word, dragged him right into the water, held his head under. Now imagine that moment. You're flailing, you're fighting, your lungs are burning, and all the oxygen is draining out of your body. In that instant, in that microsecond of true existential panic, tell me, what did you want? You didn't want the big house. You didn't want the title. You didn't want the next promotion. All you wanted, the single screaming obsession in your soul, was to breathe. It is time to get honest with yourself. Is your work ethic reflecting a drowning man fighting for air or a relaxed person waiting for the bus? Most of you are waiting for the bus. You are waiting for motivation to find you, waiting for a good mood to hit, waiting for the perfect conditions. Champions don't wait for conditions. They create them. They are fueled by an obsession so deep that they eat, sleep, and breathe their goal. They are consumed by it. They don't just put in 100%. They live at 120% because they understand that anything less than total commitment is cheating themselves and betraying their future self. You need to transform the desire for success into a physical necessity. It must be more important than sleep. It must be more important than socializing. It must be more important than whatever small pleasure you are currently prioritizing. This isn't about balance. This is about conquest. Until success is your oxygen, you will remain suffocated by your own potential. Get desperate, get obsessed, get to work. Take radical accountability. To find the solution, you must first accept that you are the problem. You must become completely disgusted with mediocrity and excuses before your circumstances can change. Stop complaining about the struggle. You are stuck, and you know it. That feeling of stagnation, that wall you keep hitting. That is not fate. That is a direct result of a system failure. And guess what? You are the system. When you don't like the results, you don't blame the test, you blame the study habits. You don't blame the game, you blame the play calling. You are where you are because of who you are. And you are who you are because of what you do every single day. That is the truth. And if it hurts, good. Pain is temporary, but if you quit, the regret lasts forever. Quitting is for the defeated. Champions don't retreat, they recalibrate and rebuild. If you are not seeing progress, it is not because you need more motivation. It's because you need a radical change in methodology. Your old blueprint failed. Why would you run the same bad play and expect a Super Bowl result? That's not passion, that's insanity. Reinvention means looking in the mirror and having the toughest conversation of your life. It means accepting that your current self, your current habits, and your current daily routine cannot take you to the phenomenal level you claim to desire. Reinvention is about habits. You don't overhaul your life overnight. You change the micro actions that dictate your reality. What time are you waking up? What are you reading? Who are you associating with? If your circle is average, your results will be average. If your alarm clock has a snooze button, you have already signaled to the universe that you are willing to compromise on your greatness. Cut it out. Reinvention requires you to become a student of your own failure. Every setback is data. It's not a reason to quit. It's instruction on what to fix. Analyze the data, identify the bottleneck, and create the new habit that attacks that weakness immediately. You are the only person who can stop the cycle of average. You have the power right now in this moment to hit the reset button on your entire life. You don't need a new location. You don't need new credentials, and you don't need permission from anybody else. You owe you this transformation. Get rid of the lazy routine. Delete the toxic contacts. Replace the comfort food with the difficult, healthy choice. Stop running from the struggle and turn around and face it with a brand new set of tools and a brand new commitment. The moment you reinvent your habits, you fundamentally redefine your potential. Your future self is waiting for the version of you that refuses to settle. Stop waiting for change and become the change. Don't retreat. Rebuild your empire brick by painful brick.